if something is pricey or expensive in the health field, that does not necessarily mean that it's good. Some of the best health products I ever bought only cost me about $15 or $100. Literally the best health products I ever bought. And I've experimented with a lot of different health products over the years. I've experimented with products that cost like $1,000, $500, all different types of machines that you can think of. I've experimented with. And probably when I really think about it, out of all those products, the best ones I ever experimented with by far, they only cost me like $15 or $100, right? And this applies to a lot of different things in life. This applies to buying cars, buying clothes. There were times in my life where, I had money like that and I was buying like really expensive t-shirts, $200 t-shirts, $300 bags, and the bag would rip after like a month. And I'm like, what's going on here? I thought this was supposed to be high quality. And that's what I learned, a very valuable lesson, that when it comes to health and when it comes to brands in general, sometimes paying more money for something doesn't necessarily equate to quality, or doesn't necessarily equate to like having a good thing, right? There are things that are expensive in this world that actually aren't good for you and that are actually pretty overrated. Now, this applies to almost anything, right? There's a lot of people that you can make as friends that are really successful, like they got money, they might be really successful in life, and they might not be good people to hang around with for you, right? They might be quite dangerous for you to hang around with. And I met people like that when I was growing up, where they had money and all that, they were pretty successful in their own right, but, it was just not a good look for me to hang out with them, and they were always trying to do something that I was not down to do. So keep that in mind, that paying more money for something doesn't necessarily equal good, right? There's some cars, that are like more expensive, and they have so much like repair fees. You always need to repair them, and then it costs so expensive to repair them, right? Meanwhile, you can buy a car that's cheaper, that lasts you a really long time, and is an extremely reliable car. It may not be the best looking or more expensive, but it gets the job done, and you can still put some custom mods in there to still make the car look good. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to sacrifice looks for quality. So in the general sense, what I tend to do, this is what I think anyone should try to do in the health field, is find things that you like, do a lot of experiments, find things that you like. Don't judge anything by the price that it is. And if you like it, then start investing more money into it and then watching it grow. Because that took me a long way.